I'm gonna tell you guys something you couldn't know right now, but this smells just like chow mein. That's not racist. I'm just saying that his taste smells. All right, I want to start out tonight by taking you guys on a little trip back in time to my sophomore year in college. I'm riding my beach cruiser down the Strand at USC, wind in my hair, and I'm thinking this year I am gonna have some sex, some random sex, and I don't care who knows about it. But of course nobody knows about it because I just said that in my head, but that doesn't matter. So I lock up my bike and I look over and I see this guy who was in a class with me the semester before, and I'm like, oh, he got cute. So I go up to him and I start talking, I do some hair tosses, and then he's like, so why don't you come over to my house on Friday and I'll cook you dinner and we can, hang out. And I'm like, okay. School is gonna start and hopefully with a bang, what? So I go over to his house Friday night, I get there, and he lives in this really big house with like 15 roommates. So I walk into the foyer, and on the wall is a cross and a picture of Jesus. I'm like, that's kind of weird, but you know what? This is gonna happen, I don't care. So one by one, his roommates are talking to me, and they're asking all these personal questions, and he is not stopping it. So they're like, so where are you from, Tara? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Reno and Las Vegas. And they're like, oh. I'm like, okay. They're like, so do your parents still live there? I'm like, oh, well, my mom lives in Reno and my dad lives in Arizona. And they're like, so they're divorced? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh. Oh. So in my head, I'm like, where the hell am I? What is wrong with these people? So I'm trying to take some deep breaths, figure out what's going on, and I look, and over the kitchen sink is a sign that says, we are all infected and impure with sin. So first of all, inspiring. I know, I like to say start my day off with a little guilt and shame, and you know what? Christians know how to welcome a girl. So finally, he leans over and he whispers in my ear, he's like, oh, why don't we get out of here and go to your place? And I was like, shit, bone time, it's on. So we finally go back to my place, we're making out, things are moving in the right direction, and he stops. And yeah, shit. So he stops and he takes his finger and he goes, I'm gonna draw a line here and here, and I'm just gonna stay in the middle. So in my head, I'm like, so you're just gonna nut on my stomach? Kind of awkward, but I've never tried it, so okay, I'm in, let's go. So we go back to making out, and he stops again, and he's like, I need to ask you something. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I just need to know if you've been saved. And I'm like, saved from what? Let's go. And he's like, no, saved by Jesus. So let me tell you, nothing gets a vagina to close up faster than talking a little Jesus, and we're making out. So all of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit, how did I not see this? I'm starting to put the pieces together. I'm like, how do I get out of this? And I hear the front door open, and my roommate comes home, and I was like, oh. So I look at him, and I go, you know what? I think Jesus did just save me. So anyway, like I said, I'm from Reno and Las Vegas, and I know this is going to come as a surprise, but my mom was not actually a full-time stripper. She wasn't even part-time. She wasn't a stripper at all. And I mean, I couldn't be a stripper either because, let's face it, we don't exactly have the juggage to pull off an entire show. It'd be kind of a sad show if we did. It would sound a little like this.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Charity. Wasn't she beautiful? Thank you so much, Charity. And next to the stage, we have a 12-year-old boy. Please, no one throw quarters at her. They'll have nothing to bounce off of.
But, women who get breast implants, they don't want fake boobs, right? They want real boobs. They want real, giant, God-given knockers. All you women out there who complain about your back pain, because they're so big. You know what? I'll take your back pain, because when you wear a V-neck, the V points to something. Hey, but I don't want implants. That's not what I'm asking for. I would like donations. You know that little sticker on your driver's license that says you're an organ donor? Which, first of all, congratulations, humans, you're so giving. But why aren't boobs included in that? I mean, there are plenty of women dying, and they're taking their C cups with them, and that's just not fair, okay? The enjoyment can continue, right? Okay, you mean to tell me some chick gets in an accident, and they take that chick's heart, put it in somebody else, and get it to work that they can't just hack off her boob and sew it on? Of course they can. How do I get on that list? Anyways, but I can tell you what. The first thing I would do if I got my giant zombie titties, apply to be in the Miss America contest. Thank you, Chad. But let me tell you, okay? The reason I want to be in it is because I would be the first winner, and let's face it, this would win. I would be the first winner to have an honest reaction. So let's just go over quickly what they usually do. So they will say her name, and then she'll look down, and then she'll look back up, smile, crying. And then they give her some roses, which she holds like a baby. And then whatever 5-foot-tall little troll is hosting puts a giant crown on her head. And then she waves to her parents, who are just so surprised she wasn't knocked up in high school. And then to the audience, and then to all the whores that she just beat out. And there she is, Miss America. So now I would like to do for you what my reaction would be if I won Miss America. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from the great state of California, Tara Jean O'Brien. Make the world a better place.